Hi everyone, I am opening up my soil around what were my Achimenes plants and looking for the rhizomes for next year's plants. And I've got one here in my hand. It's probably a little less than an inch long and kind of pink. It sort of looks like a little tiny little pine cone. And this could produce a plant next year, actually even a piece of one of these. This is my pot I've been picking out. You can see some right there. And actually here's the ones I've already pulled out of this pot, a number of them. And it's kind of fun to go through. Now it's starting to get cold here in New York, and these plants I'm pulling out. I'm not going to try and make them house plants. I'm not sure if they would survive as house plants, but my understanding is that you let them die off outside, let the as the fall gets cool, and let the foliage wither up and die, maybe not letting it dry out completely. And then you hope that whatever energy there is going into the plant is going into producing these rhizomes. I didn't want to open them up and look in the soil too soon, because my understanding is the rhizomes aren't necessarily there during the summertime. But I'm not sure on that. They maybe start to develop in the summertime. I don't know. But it is kind of fun to dig around in the dirt and find these rhizomes. If you have an Achimenes, they come in different colors. By the way, Achimenes is spelled Achimenes. And my understanding is you don't pronounce the last S. And they come in different colors. The ones that I have are all from the same kind of Achimenes. So they are a purplish kind of violet flower on a green leafed plant, and the bottom of the leaves on my plant are sort of a deep purplish color. So I'm thinking that maybe these different Achimenes rhizomes are different colors depending on what kind of coloring your Achimenes plant is, but I'm not really sure on that. They come in a lot of varieties. If you go online and try to buy the rhizomes in say the spring or the fall, they can be several dollars for each rhizome you can spend, and then with shipping and so on, it's not a cheap thing. But here's the good thing: if you have a plant, they can produce, as you can see, quite a few of these rhizomes. I have not yet sent away for anybody else's differently colored Achimenes. I think when I started to look in the summertime, the shipping had already kind of finished for people who are looking to plant them in the spring. And I haven't looked lately to see if there's another shipping that happens in the fall when people start harvesting them out of the pots. That's quite possible. And so it would be nice to get another color, so I had a variety. There's another one there. This one's even tinier. This one is like I don't know, maybe that's a third of an inch long. But even if they're broken, like I say, keep them, because apparently even the broken ones can produce a plant. Look at that nice big one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in vermiculite, which I bought back in the summer from Home Depot. I'll show you here it is, vermiculite. And that is something that people mix in with their soil. And I think it's like sort of a non-organic, sort of a neutral substance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Achimene rhizomes into a little baggie in vermiculite, little bit of moisture so that they don't dry out over the winter completely. And then I could put them in my garage where, you know, it's unheated, or I think I could put them in my fridge in the crisper drawer, as long as they're not too much in the way. And we'll see which ones survive. Now last year I put some I put some in some small planters. I spread them out amongst a bunch of different small planters, and left them in the garage. And my garage is separated from my house. And when I went to look in the spring, I tried to water them and get them to come back, and I finally, on my husband's suggestion, opened and went through one pot, and there was not a single rhizome in there. So I think that some little critters got into my garage and ate them. That's my theory anyway, that chipmunks or squirrels or something, or mice got in there and ate them. So by contrast, my friend, who has a little lean-to greenhouse on her house, she had them hanging in her greenhouse over the winter, hanging from a bar. And even though she also had chipmunks that had access to that, maybe because they were hanging up from one of these hanger things up in the air, maybe they just didn't get up there. But she had a pot that she gave me that not only was complete with rhizomes, but actually had growth. It was really dark growth. It wasn't really, wasn't like it was looking healthy, but it was growth in this, from the winter, that was just sitting there in her greenhouse. Dark, instead of green, it was almost brown, little, tiny little, like, you know, inch high or so things. So I just took that and watered it, and then I started separating it into different pots, and that's how I got this year's growth from her. So I guess I could try that method too. I could try and hang it in my garage, a pot like this, in the dirt, and just let it winter over. Of course, her greenhouse has some light, so my garage does not. So I think I'm going this other route of just pulling out the rhizomes and putting them in the vermiculite and letting them just have a cold season in my fridge, away from the little critters that might want to eat them during the winter. So that's what I have. And if you want to find out more about Achimene, just look them up online, Achimene. And you can see pictures of the flowers, and they have variegated ones. Look at these two here, sitting here waiting for me to pluck out. They're really cool. In this pot, I also had Oxalis Triangularis, which is sort of a false shamrock, they call it. And it looks really nice together with these Achimenes. That's what these are over here. They were the Oxalis. And I'm going to pull that out too, because they also have, wow, this is really something in here, if this is what this is. They also have a sort of rhizome. And I want to see, oh, look at that. Look at that. It's like little potatoes under there. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting them to be so big. Look at them. It's like a little potato. And so I will save that in a separate container. Here, if you look, you can see the top of this one. You can see it's sort of got that look of the other rhizome, like a little pine coney sort of. And then it just looks like a little kind of tuber, like a parsnip or something. That's amazing. I didn't think they got that big. And the Oxalis also comes in different colors. The one I had were purple-leaved. There's more down here. Wow, these are so cool. They were purple-leaved. They had leaves that close up when at night, and also I think if they were disturbed, they would close up, like in a rainstorm or whatever. They close up almost like a butterfly. With closed wings, and then they open up and they're just beautiful during sunshine and so on. And they also come in green, and if you decide to grow Oxalis Triangularis, you should know a couple things. They are poisonous, so I thought about bringing mine inside, but I have a cat and I wasn't sure. I think she's smart enough not to eat something that's poisonous for her, but I didn't know if I really wanted to risk that. And the other thing is, wow, look at this thing. It's like a tuber with two roots going down. It's very healthy. The other thing about the Oxalis is, I said they come in different colors, and I don't have any green leafed Oxalis, but I had a friend who had green leafed Oxalis, and we were going to trade Oxalis. Oh, now I'm back to the Achimenes. Here's some healthy sized Achimene rhizomes. The Oxalis, you don't want to mix the green ones and the purple leafed ones in the same pot, because the green will take over. That's what I'm led to believe. So I don't know if the green Oxalis are the original plant and the purple is a variation, and the green just wants to take over. There are times if the leaves on the Oxalis get sort of, I don't know, if you have some leaves that are dying or whatever on the Oxalis, you'll see that underneath the purple, with a deep purple hue, that's almost a greenish color as they sort of fade away. And so anyway, if you have them, the Oxalis looks great in the pot with the purple Achimene. These are the Achimene, because the purples together in the pot. But don't put the green Oxalis together with the purple, or you'll end up not having two different colors. You'll end up with all green. That's what I've been told. Haven't tried it myself, so I can't say for sure. But the Oxalis are very healthy, tolerant. So are the Achimene. I mean, I don't really have a green thumb, but I've done well with both of them. And as you can see, they produce a nice number of rhizomes for next year's growth. So certainly try and grow them if you're at all interested in a kind of an unusual plant. They're not that easy to find, the Achimene anyway, unless you buy them, like I say, 1 or 2 rhizomes at a time online. But if you can get your hands on some and start them, then you'll start producing lots for yourself and enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed looking at these rhizomes and these rhizomes / tubers from the Oxalis. Thank you.